Hello, everybody. We are waiting for our participants to get into the room one by one. It may take a bit of time. Thank you for your patience. Hello, everybody. My name is Audrey, and I am the admissions manager for the MSc in Luxury Management program at the International University of Monaco. Today, we are going to tell you everything you want to know about the program, thanks to the highlights that the program director will present. So today with us, we have Dr. Annalisa Tarquini Polli, who is the program director for that program. So during the presentation, please feel free to send us all your questions in the Q&A section, and we'll be very happy to address them in the end of the presentation. So without further wait, let's start. Annalisa, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Audrey, and welcome to everybody to this webinar. So today we will present, we'll shortly present our Master in Luxury Management. As Audrey mentioned, my name is Annalisa Tarquini. I'm the Program Director of this Master, and then I'm working here at IUM since 17 years, so quite a long journey, I would say. So, and during these 17 years, I saw really the evolution of this program. I was one of the main witness of the changes of the industry and so forth, and so our master was following what is happening. So first of all, let me briefly introduce Monaco, because actually is the main hub for luxury. Is a place that everybody easily connects with the luxury industry, and then not only because of the presence, an incredible presence of the typical luxury consumer, but also because of the incredible offers that every year change and evolve, and then try to attract new customers. Next to the clients, of course, we have the professionals, so who are supporting the request, who are supporting the clients and so following them. So overall, the Monaco is the perfect hub where you can study luxury in class and then experience luxury outside class, where you can meet clients, where you can meet professionals with in many different industries. So over this long journey, we had the time to make this program evolving, also because of the specific needs of the industry. How we have structured the program. Basically, the program is lasts 10 months from September till the end of June. During the first semester, we have, as we call it, a kind of fine-tune, because we have students who come from so many different disciplines and educational backgrounds. So during the first term, we try to bring all students to the same level on our main core activities. So that is management and marketing. Then from January on, the students will be divided into their field of specializations. And we'll speak about the specializations in a second. At the end of these 10 months with us, so at the end of June, students can start their what we call the capsule project. So the professional immersion, so the internship, or there are other forms of application of knowledge, such as, for example, if you want to be an entrepreneur, we can support you in the development of your business plan, or you can do a typical thesis. So the entire last of the program is 16 months, 10 with us and 6 months outside. Only certain students can join us in January. So we have a direct admission in January for the students who have already acquired 240 CTS credits. Basically, it is a BSBA plus a Master 1 or a Bachelor plus a Master. So actually, the most important thing is that you have the minimum number of credits And then one of the two parts, bachelor or master, need to be completed in a business on business topics. So what about the specializations? So first of all, it is extremely important to mention that this specialization is not featuring your career forever and ever. So it's a choice that you made because there is something that makes you make you feel more connected with a specific industry instead of another one. But independently on the specialization you will choose, you will have the access to any luxury industry in the future. So do simply follow the famous butterflies in the stomach and do not really struggle for a choice of the specialization. This is not the point. So let me start from the right. So the hospitality and events. So this specialization is done for the students willing to work in the leisure industry, so with luxury services, hotels, restaurants, travel, the travel industry. These are the main ones. Events, conciergerie companies, resorts, and these kind of things. Our students are understanding the logic of a luxury service, followed by, of course, professors, but also incredible professionals coming from the industry. About the second specialization, fashion and accessories, this is designed for my fashion lovers. When we mean fashion accessories. So what we mean with accessories, not just leather goods or these kind of things, but also watches and jewelry. So it is product-driven specialization, and then our students have a passion for this business that is actually one of the most attractive industry for our students. Actually, the majority of our students work in fashion and accessories business. Last but not least is the brand management. That is a no specialization basically. So we cannot really open a specialization, any vertical specialization for all luxury industries. It will be impossible. So this is why the brand management remains a big box into which we can put all students with a focus on products. So brand management remains product driven. From next September, we have added a new specialization to the three traditional ones, that is the yachting specializations. Since 10 years, we have dedicated time and efforts to this very important industry for the Principality. But from next year, so from next January 2026, we will open a dedicated specialization. It means that we're moving from 40 hours of yachting to almost 200 hours only dedicated to yachting. So this is the unique opportunity if you're willing to join this kind of industry. We are the only university that offers this kind of specializations, and then of course we could not develop this specialization without the support of local partners. This activity in September allows so this relationship, sorry, with the industry allows all our students, independent in the specialization, to explore the yachting industry in a different way, because actually we are freeing up our schedule for the attendance of the Cannes Yacht Show for one day of the Cannes Yacht Show, and for all days for 4 days of the Monaco Yacht Show. Then another little trick. Actually, since many years, we have a list of electives. Every student can choose only one elective according to the specialization. Of course, brand management have the biggest option, but according to the other specializations, students can opt for two of them. So all of them are taught by professionals coming from the industry with a specific knowledge of the fashion business or the jewelry industry or real estate or entrepreneurs. This is extremely important because this is a way to feature in a way your curriculum. If you have a passion for fashion, you cannot miss buying and merchandising. There are the two how can I say, the two main engines of what is happening in the fashion industry. The jewelry industry is not just about diamonds, so how to assess the value of precious stones, but also about the investment value and the emotional value. So there are different aspects that are treated during this course. Real estate, of course, the focus will be Monaco, but not only. And then we have more and more students who are willing to enter into this business. When we are speaking about real estate, of course, we're also talking about more in general about property development. And then entrepreneurship, we have so many students who are willing to become entrepreneurs in the future who already are entrepreneurs. So the scope here is to help you in shape your business plan and then your idea and the best of its potential. Next to all the academic activities, of course, we have many non-academic activities, including the study trip. That is a mandatory activity for students. Next year, where the group will be divided by two. One group will go to the north of Italy, the other group will go to the center in Tuscany, let's put it this way. Then all through the year, we have guest lectures, the attendance of networking events or business plan competitions. So there are many different activities. And the students are highly invited, highly recommended to attend all of them because it is a way to enrich your experience here in Monaco. Basically, one of our main pillars of this Master in Luxury is what we call the experiential learning. So next to all the theories, the application passes also through this kind of experiences. In terms of student profile, this year we had 100 students. For next year, we will have the September intake around 90. And then we have this year we had 31 different nationalities. You see a big diversity. The three main ones have been Italians, French, and Indians this year. For next year, the main nationalities are Italians, Americans, and French, and then many other are represented. So, but we cover all 5 continents. So this is very important from us, from Australia to Hawaii to the Nordic countries to Africa. All these students have one thing in common, that is the passion for the luxury industry, for the luxury universe. So our students are willing to discover this business because then they want to join this business. So this is extremely important. In terms of what's next after the master, we have a career department. I'm sorry. That is extremely active all through the year. So they are preparing so many activities. You will have a dedicated counselor with a specific knowledge in luxury. Then the career department will help you how to write an effective CV and motivation letter, how to develop networking skills on social media. So there is always something happening, something new in order to help you in order to facilitate your integration into the real business after the master. Just to let you know, this year at the end, so at the last day of school, 65% had already secured their internships. So and many of them have started on July 1st. So and more time passes and more students are finalizing their internships or other projects. In terms of placement, as you can see, the majority of our students remain in Europe, but then with the increasing numbers of students from the United States and then from other continents, of course, these numbers are getting a bit balanced. But Europe remains the main source of our students. Audrey, this is your slide.
Very much for this presentation, Annalisa. A few words regarding applications and admission now. I can see in the room today with us some of you who have already started the process. Some of you are already enrolled, ready to join us in September, but also some new names. So for you guys, here is an explanation how to start your application. So you need to get on the website of the university, monaco.edu. We are going to put your to click on the apply online icon, and then you're going to put your personal information, contact details, name, address, phone number, these kind of things. When you are done with that, you will be required to upload certain documents. You will see it's very easy. You click on CV, for instance, you put your CV, a letter of motivation, you put your letter of motivation. Then we need to get your university degree, of course, and the official transcripts that go with it. Of course, many of you don't have the diploma yet. So this is not a problem. We can take a decision based on your transcripts. The diploma can come later, even after you started classes, but you need to be finished with all your courses, with all your exams before you start the program with us in September. Then, of course, we need to have a passport photocopy, an ID picture, and a test of English proficiency. So again, this doesn't need to be ready by the time of application, but you need to have it when you start the program. So if you don't have a test yet, make sure that you register for it so that you're on time to provide us with a proof in September. So in terms of the tests we accept, we have IELTS, Cambridge, or TOEFL. TOEIC is not accepted, so make sure to have one of the three tests. Of course, if you studied your bachelor program in English, you don't have to provide it. And of course, if you're native, this requirement is waived. Then when I receive all those documents, when I see everything on the platform, I contact you to organize your interview with either the program director or one of our professors. So this interview, the idea is to dig a bit further into the application file, to know you better, to understand your path, and also to understand your expectations and make sure that you are a right fit for us, but also that we are a right fit for you, because it works in the two ways round. And then after the interview, within approximately 1 week, you will have an answer from the jury. So all in all, between the time when you start the application and the time when you get an answer, it's a maximum of 2 weeks. So it can be a very quick process. So I think that we have reached the end of the presentation. So here you can see my contact details, of course. So don't hesitate to contact me if you have any question. But before that, maybe you have some specific questions for Dr. Tarquini right now. She can answer. So feel free to either raise your hand. You have a little hand button next to your name, so we can allow you to talk and you can ask your question live, or you can also write your question in the Q&A. Don't hesitate. And already I have a first question, Annalisa. One student is asking whether the choice between in the different specializations may be done before starting the classes, or it can be done later.
Allora, thank you for the question. Basically, the choice can be done now, but basically now students are simply expressing an option, so their interest. But the real option must be done the real choice, sorry, must be done in November, when choosing will have to confirm what they have selected, or they can change basically. Some students mentioned not decided yet, so because they prefer to join us first and then have a direct conversation with me, with the other colleagues, with other professors, in order to clarify their minds, so what is more suitable for their own careers. So but once again, it is not guys, whatever you will choose, it will be okay. We always have students who started with the one specialization, then ended up in something completely different. So who studied fashion now is working in yachting, who studied hospitality was working in the car industry. So do not be afraid of making choice. I know that this is a problem for the new generation, because so making choices sometimes seems very hard, but this is an easy choice to make, especially because we will be all here to support you.
Okay. Another question is when the application deadline for September 2026, so I can answer this one. So applications for September 2026 are not open yet because we are still recruiting for September 2025. So if you are willing to do so, to register for 2025, feel free to start your application as soon as possible. For September 2026, it will open in October, so you will be able to apply from then. And for the first round of application, the first deadline will be set to the end of year, so 31st of December 2025. And there will be other rounds afterwards. But basically, yes, you still have time to apply for next year. Question about the study trip now, Annalisa. Can you tell us a bit more about the study trip that is going to
Yes.
happen next year?
Basically, every year we're bringing students to a specific destination, and every trip is connected to a specific project. So this year, fashion and brand management students will go to the north of Italy, and then hospitality and yachting will go to Tuscany, and then of course yachting students will work on a yachting project. We are already in conversation with the company. Hospitality, we have already some interesting ideas about possible marinas or other tourism related topics, and so around tourism, so anyhow projects. And then fashion and brand management will travel to the northeast of Italy, next to Venice, basically, because we are in partnership with another institution, and then the idea is to develop something together. During this trip, the classes are stopped, so the attendance is mandatory for the students. Because during this project, the students have to work on a given project. So it is so we're giving credits for certain students who won't be able to join. Then we will see. But basically, this is why it is a study trip: learning, discovering new realities, having experiences. This is what is featuring, especially my kind of field project, and then studying as well. This is how it worked. It will happen the last week of March.
Yes, as each year, actually, it's always like the same time frame. A question now regarding the internships. Can you please give examples of internships that one can do in the brand management specialization?
How many hours I have to reply to this question?
We have
Anything.
7 minutes left.
Very good. Basically, there are no limits. In general, there are no limits for luxury students. So we are working with the consultancy firms. Let me give some examples, specific examples. I had past brand management students working in Deloitte. Some of them are working in L'Oreal. Some of them are working for big fashion brands from Hermes, Zegna, uh, uh, Prada, or for example, just to say in Europe, if we go to Dubai, some of them are working for the biggest luxury distributor in back in that area. Some of them are working in the car company, car businesses. Um, Leonora is working for Ferrari here in Monaco. So, and then in terms of positions, most of the positions are connected to sales and marketing, most of them, but they're not the only one. So, for example, so a group of students from last year, there are three friends. So one is working for Luxottica in marketing, the other one is working for Moncler from business analysis, and then another one is working for a beauty product, a beauty brand, sorry, always in financial analysis. So you see, it is so diverse because it depends on what you're very good at and what you like, the kind of opportunity that they're able to reach. It is extremely diversified, really. And then, of course, every year we have what is interesting, more and more alumni who are also becoming a new source of recruitment. For example, in private jet or Louis Vuitton is always coming every year to recruit because actually one of the biggest luxury community I have in a fashion brand is in Louis Vuitton. Private jets, as I mentioned, champagne, so real estate. There is this is why I said. So if I start mentioning everything, I will never finish.
Indeed, so many
Well, so
possibilities.
one suggestion, guys, go on LinkedIn, and then if you don't have a
Mm.
LinkedIn account, create it right now, and then start connecting with me. But look for past alumni. So if you look for IUM luxury, you will find whatever you want. Maybe you can organize them by region. For example, we have so many past students working in India, or in London, or in Paris, or in Milan, or in Dubai, or in US. So you can look, and then you will see the diversity in Asia. So without mentioning Asia, so you will see.
Indeed. Um, we have a question from Bruce now. Is the application very competitive? Are good grades a keen interest in luxury enough to get selected? Or should a student also have professional experience, such as an internship connected to the luxury sector? Thank you.
Good question. Basically, we are interested. So because I'm not the only recruiter, not only assessor. We are interested in different aspects. Of course, good grades are extremely important because they can be a deterrent uh, for acceptance by evidence. But grades are not the only criteria. Back in the years, I had a student. Amon was mentioned in this case, and Max was a Canadian guy who was a kind of stalker. Actually, he wanted to join this program. This was really his dream, but checking his grades, they were not that fabulous. But basically, he gave me an explanation, because actually my father wanted me to study business law, but this is not exactly what I wanted. And in a certain kind of exams, the grades were not exceptional, but in other topics, such as marketing, he had fabulous grades. So he waited for more than 1 year, because he was putting waiting list until the moment that he reached everything. And then at the end, at least he showed an immense motivation. And then he was right, because when he finished my program, he was part of the top 5%, so with the highest marks in the program. And then he had an incredible career. Before finishing the program, he had already secured his first internship, his first job directly. So not even passing by an internship. And now he's a fabulous entrepreneur. So once again, grades are not the only criteria, but this is your business card, basically. This is what you, this is a, how I say, a concrete criteria for us. Then we need to check your motivation. Then, so it has to be a very strong motivation. Tell us a story. That you know how much storytelling is important nowadays. What is the story behind this choice? Why you are interested in studying luxury? Why you're interested in IUM? And then, and what would you like to do in the future? This is what we look for. And then the experience is important, of course, but sometimes we have students, according to the country you come from, you may have different experiences. For example, our bachelor students are obliged to do at least one internship. In other universities, in public universities, for example, in several countries, students are not obliged to do an internship. So we cannot really take this parameter as a blockage, as a barrier. It is a plus, but it's not really, it's not mandatory. Voilà. Mandatory is the knowledge of the level of English, is the knowledge of the luxury industry, grades, and the motivation, I would say.
Good. Well, I cannot see any additional question, and we have already reached the time of finishing
Good.
this webinar. So thank you very much, Annalisa, for all those very interesting insights. And thank you to all our participants today. So for those of you who are interested in joining us, whether it is for this coming intake or for the next one, you know that you are always welcome to come and visit the campus, organize one-to-one appointment with us, with the program director also. So if you are interested in doing so and have some time, maybe during summer, to come want to visit us, then feel free to write me an email. IUM will only be closed for 1 week, the first week of August, and then it will remain open all the rest of the time. So we will be glad to welcome you then. So
Just one thing,
yes,
because I see some names that may indicate a very far provenance from and then it is extremely important that if you are considering to apply for September, you need to run, because the visa issue can take time. So run. If not, it will be it can become so the application can become a very frustrating process. So do not lose time. If not,
yes,
see you in the next um, intakes.
intake.
Okay. Yeah.
If you need a
Thank,
visa, yes, don't lose time.
yeah. This is the problem. Yeah. Okay.
So thank you very much, guys, and have a very
Bye
nice
and good
day.
luck to all of you. Bye.
See you soon. Bye bye.